And sorry, over here. When you look at a game like this and, you kind of get down in a hole like that in the first half, is this one where you kind of just got in too big of a hole to be able to come back from in the second?
Well, how did you get that hole? And it's just not playing harder, and it's not executing. And you dig a hole for yourself, But when you get in a situation like that, you got to stay together. You got to stay together, and you got to work your way out of it, possession by possession. That's on the defensive end of the floor, as well as the offensive end of the floor. You got to get stops. And then offensively, you need to be organized and execute your offense. That team was really playing the same situation that we were playing in. A lot of guys out. And I thought they had a better flow, better rhythm. They had the intensity. They brought the intensity for 48 minutes tonight and pretty much controlled the game from start to finish.
How difficult is it when you are putting in players like Jalen or Sharif or even Lance, who hasn't really played with this group yet, to find that chemistry right away in a game like this?
Well, it's a challenge. Of course, it's a challenge, but they were doing the same thing. And, that's our guards, our veterans, our leaders out there they have to make sure that we help those guys out and we get organized and we help them get in the right position to run the sets, defensively, we get stops, you talk, you communicate, both on the floor and in the timeouts, and not allow, teams to continue to score easily, rebound the ball, out hustle you, out scrap you. We have to step up and say something to each other, challenge each other in situations like that.
Speaking of that scrappiness, I know Cam Reddish, you said you wanted guys to really just step up, next man up mentality. Cam Reddish seemed to be scrapping, especially that second half. What did you see from him?
Well, I thought he was aggressive offensively. He was able to, get a rhythm in that second half, and we put the ball in his hands, and he made some plays. But again, one guy's not going to be able to do it. Even when we get our guys back, we've been saying this all season long. One guy can't do it. Two guys can't do it. It's got to be a collective effort on both ends of the floor, and we can't be so concerned about the offensive end of the floor that we allow that to affect us on the defensive end of the floor, which is happening for us.
Is that mostly what you saw in the fourth quarter, Nate? It seemed like shots were really starting to fall for y'all in the fourth, but then giving up 34 points is kind of what did it.
Yeah, this is, most of this league is an offensive-minded league, and when your shots are not falling, or when you're not getting shots, sometimes players tend to take that to the defensive end of the floor, and we have to forget about that and turn our attention to the next possession and defend. And we're not doing that. And, again, tonight we give up a big fourth quarter.
Was it good to at least get Bogey a few minutes out there and get him back?
Yeah, he was restricted to really 16 to 20 minutes. We went a little bit over that. That was a challenge to try to keep him under 20. But, we did the best we could.
How would you assess how Lance did, sort of jumping in on the fly?
I thought he came in and he tried to provide some energy. He was being Lance. He does a good job of rebounding and initiating offense and transition, getting the tempo a little faster. He was involved in some pick and rolls, made some plays. And we really just needed another playmaker tonight. So I thought for the first time playing with these guys, he just tried to provide energy.
Hey, Bogey, good to see you.
Hello.
First game back, just how did it feel I'm sure you'd prefer it to be a win, but how did it feel to be back out there just physically?
Felt good. Honestly, I didn't have any soreness or any issues with ankle. yeah, I felt good, honestly.
Do you have to work back up to kind of get your wind back, or were you doing enough conditioning to not really feel like you've missed a step there?
I was working really hard, and the coaching stuff, did a pretty good job, getting me ready as soon as possible. It was supposed to be 4 weeks. It's a little bit more. I was about to play that Cleveland game, but they postponed it. So I was getting ready for that game, and that rest for sure helped me.
What was it like tonight? I mean, it's kind of a unique situation coming back from injury, but the guys you're used to aren't playing. It's such a different group. Mhm.
It's stuff like we said, we've never been on even on the practice, with this group of guys, but another game, and we got to move forward. Um, gotta play better. Gotta play better, definitely.
What was the biggest problem tonight? Was it chemistry issues just from not knowing a lot of the guys you're playing with, or was it something else?
I mean, we cannot find excuses. They're also without a lot of guys, but they were running. They were playing better basketball than us. And at the end of the day, the team that wants it more to win the game, that team wins.
Just I'm sure it can't be easy to have to sit and watch games for about a month. Emotionally, how good is it to just be back doing what what you
It's
do?
great. It's great. Really great to be back. I hate practicing individually, and you like it at some point, but I like playing more. Everyone likes playing. That's what you're getting ready for, and I can't wait to get off these minutes restrictions.
Had you done any 5-on-5, or was this your first?
This is my first.
Oh wow.
No excuse.
Right.
Thank you.
Hey, John. How tough or maybe just odd of an experience is it tonight when you're playing with, I know some of the guys you've played with, but it's also nobody's really played with each other. Like obviously you're more used to.
Again, I don't like using excuses, but again, that other team was very shorthanded as well. But again, on our side, we have, I think, five new dudes who, added onto the roster and had minutes today. So, makes things a little tougher.
Falling into a 20-point deficit. Yeah, obviously the offense was off to a slow start. What were the biggest things that led to that? Or is it back to those kind of chemistry issues of new guys?
No, it's the same old story. We take bad shots, don't play defense, don't rebound. We're down, we lose, we're losing. We got to fight our way back into the game. It's an uphill battle it's the same story. I mean, we can sit here and talk about it all day, but same stuff.
How do you, not to be too cliche, I guess, but how do you write a different story? Like, how do you make sure that's not the thing? I feel like I've asked you that before. I know it might
No,
be
you asked me that
frustrating,
more than before. You asked me that a lot, Sarah, and not to take anything away from you, but you're right. That's a good question to have an answer to. I don't. I don't have an answer, right now. We just got to galvanize the group together, and we got to figure it out.
Was there, I mean, I guess what was the conversation after this game? Like, does the team come together and have a conversation about what needs to be done to right the ship?
Well, it's weird. Tonight, obviously, we're pretty pissed, right? But, again, we look around the locker room and half of the guys are missing, and you're looking and you see new faces. It's like, how mad can we really get, right? We look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, I could have done a better job here or there. But, as I said, it's a really tough game to just sort of compartmentalize because so much stuff that went on, us not playing well, us, adding guys and, trying to, Bogey came back today as well. So it's just like, a bunch of excuses that I don't want to use, excuse me, but yeah, a lot of stuff that adds to what happened today.
I know it's a frustrating game, but it looked like you had some pretty good chemistry on defense with Onyeka late. What's it like kind of getting him back in the fold and playing with him?
No, I love Onyeka, man. He's a dog. He brings that juice, that energy. He's youthful, so I love playing with Onyeka. He's obviously very active on the defensive end. I feel like it allows me to make more plays as well. So obviously with CC being out and O being back, it helps us out a lot.
In the first half of a game like this, where it seems like maybe you're going to be sort of one of the guys that kind of gets featured, but you can't, maybe it's less of a pick and roll thing than it would normally be with Trey out. And so it's post ups, but it's kind of a game where they're going to let players play and it's hard to even get a post up. What can you do differently at that point?
That's definitely something I was trying to figure out, talking with the coaches and trying to figure out a way to get, me more involved the right way. And that's what I'm trying to do. As you said, I had a, good first half, solid first half. I thought I had we lost second half. So it was kind of, but playing wise, I thought I did all right, but we need better than all right. So